Martha's, we're back again. Deacon Wes and I are back, and we're going to have a little children's message here. A few weeks ago, we read Psalm 62, and one of the verses jumped out at me. God alone is my rock and my salvation. Why don't you say that with me? God alone is my rock and my salvation. My stronghold, so that I shall not be greatly shaken. My stronghold, so that I shall not be greatly shaken. So I got to thinking about rocks, and I remembered that when I was a kid, I had a rock collection. Do you all have rock collections? If you've got a rock sitting around your house, or a rock collection, bookmark this, and I'm going to invite you in a minute to do something with those rocks. So the psalm jumped in my head, he alone is my rock, and I thought, okay, well, let's talk about rocks. But you know what? I used to have a rock collection. I've moved so much recently, I don't know where it is. I might even have left it behind at the house. So I thought, I'm going to go get a rock. And then it snowed, and then it snowed, and then it snowed some more. So thankfully, Deacon Wes brought in a rock for us to use this morning. So this is the rock Deacon Wes brought. And Deacon Wes, if you would come over here. And if you've got a rock with you, you might hold it. But Deacon Wes, what does that rock feel like to you?
It feels like it's kind of cold or cool to the touch.
Okay.
It can be grasped in your hand very easily, but one side is flat.
Very smooth.
Which is kind of, very smooth. So I think at one time this was probably what they call a river rock, because it was in a river that just smoothed all the roughness off.
So I bet that rock is really, really old.
It probably is.
Yeah.
Older than I am.
That's right. So when we think about God as a rock, God is timeless. And rocks that you see, if you're out at Walnut Creek or you go down to the Platte River, those rocks you might see along the shoreline, they're really, really old. Maybe you might go to the Grand Canyon or, go out into the desert. Those rocks are really old. Or you might find a kind of rock that's called igneous. Isn't that a great word? Igneous rock. Those rocks come from volcanoes. And so are there volcanoes in Nebraska, Wes?
There probably was at one time.
Yeah, but not now.
No, they're long gone.
So if you find an igneous type rock, that's got to be millions of years old too. So if we think about God as a rock, then we think about God being timeless. This is kind of heavy and solid. So to think about God as a rock and a foundation, we think about something heavy and solid that we're standing on. Now, if you've got a rock collection like I did, you might have all kinds of different rocks. Sparkly rocks. Did you ever have sparkly rocks or
glitter,
like
ones
glitter.
with quartz?
Yeah, there's quartz.
The geodes
Yes.
that you could split open and see all the pretty colors.
Right, I had some of
all
those.
the crystals, yes.
Yeah. And sometimes you might find a rock that has fossils in it, so that rock had life in it. So all these things help us think about how God is a rock, that God is strong, that God supports us, that God endures and is timeless, that there are all kinds of rocks, and so that helps us remember that there's all kinds of facets of God and creation. So I'm going to teach you a song this morning. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this, but luckily a friend of mine texted the words, so we're okay. So this song actually comes from the country of Ghana, which is in Africa. So I'm going to sing it, and then we'll break it up, and then we'll learn it. Jesus is the rock that lasts. Jesus is the rock that lasts. My soul has found a resting place. Jesus is the rock that lasts. If you sing it on a baptism Sunday, you can even put somebody's name in. So we could sing that Wes is on the rock. the rock that lasts. Okay, so we're going to learn it. So repeat after me. Jesus is the rock that lasts. Okay, we'll sing it.
Jesus is the rock that lasts.
Jesus is the rock that lasts.
Jesus is the rock that lasts.
My soul has found its resting place.
My soul has found its resting place.
Jesus is the rock that lasts.
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 My soul has found a resting place. Jesus is the rock that lasts. Wes is on the rock that lasts. Wes is on the rock that lasts. My soul has found a resting place. Jesus is the rock that lasts. Well, you might go and find a rock today or sometime this week and think about how God is like a rock for you when you have a rough day, because we all have those. When you have a rough day, you might remember the rock. God is a rock. We can hang on to this rock. It's solid, it's timeless. God endures for us, and we know that this rock is our foundation. Amen.
Amen. What? Did it bounce?
Uh-oh.